You should start preparing yourself because when I call you my wife, I mean it with a lifetime of devotion, not just a moment of desire. You should start preparing yourself because being my wife won't just mean love, it'll mean being the calm and chaos I run to every day. You should start preparing yourself because I've already imagined our mornings, our arguments, our laughter, and the silence that feels like home. You should start preparing yourself because I don't want a perfect wife. I want the woman who knows my darkness and still chooses me. You should start preparing yourself because when I call you my wife, it's not a promise. It's a vow written in my bones. You should start preparing yourself because I'll love you loudly when the world is watching and quietly when it isn't. You should start preparing yourself because I've already chosen your voice as my favorite sound and your heart as my forever place. You should start preparing yourself because I'm not marrying a fantasy. I'm marrying the reality that I can't live without. You should start preparing yourself because my wife will never have to question her worth. I'll remind her every day she's everything. You should start preparing yourself because when I say my wife, I'll say it with pride, power, and the kind of love that shakes souls. You should start preparing yourself because I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for presence, for truth, for love that doesn't flinch. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never love halfway. Once you're mine, I'll love with no exit plan. You should start preparing yourself because my idea of marriage isn't possession. It's partnership, loyalty, and endless understanding. You should start preparing yourself because I've already imagined the way I'll look at you, like your every prayer I've ever whispered. You should start preparing yourself because I'll protect your heart like it's the only one I've ever been trusted with. You should start preparing yourself because once I call you my wife, I'll never stop chasing you, even after the vows. You should start preparing yourself because our story isn't going to be easy. It'll be real, raw, and worth every storm. You should start preparing yourself because I'll love you in the quiet ways, the kind that builds a life, not just a moment. You should start preparing yourself because when I call you mine, I'll mean it with every heartbeat, every promise, every breath. You should start preparing yourself because I'm not here to date your surface. I'm here to marry your soul. You should start preparing yourself because when I look at you, I already see a future that feels like destiny. You should start preparing yourself because being my wife means being my anchor when I'm lost and my light when I'm fading. You should start preparing yourself because I'm not just loving your beauty. I'm loving your chaos, your mind, your flaws, your fire. You should start preparing yourself because when I love, I build, and I'm ready to build a forever with you. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never be the kind of man who lets his wife feel unloved, unseen, or unheard. You should start preparing yourself because I don't want to be your dream. I want to be your reality. You should start preparing yourself because I'll make you laugh in the mornings and hold you tighter at night. You should start preparing yourself because when I promise you forever, I'll mean every day, even the hard ones. You should start preparing yourself because love like mine doesn't come with an expiration date. You should start preparing yourself because I'll choose you every single day, not because I have to, but because I want to. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never let you wonder where my loyalty lies. It begins and ends with you. You should start preparing yourself because marriage to me isn't about control. It's about growing through every season together. You should start preparing yourself because when you wear my last name, it'll be wrapped in respect, not ownership. You should start preparing yourself because I don't plan to just love you. I plan to understand you deeply. You should start preparing yourself because you're not marrying a man. You're marrying a purpose we'll build together. You should start preparing yourself because I'll love you even when life gets messy, because real love doesn't run. You should start preparing yourself because when I fall for you, I fall all the way. No halfway hearts here. You should start preparing yourself because you won't have to question my intentions. They're already tattooed in my loyalty. You should start preparing yourself because I don't need perfection. I just need your presence beside me. You should start preparing yourself because I want to create a love story our children will feel proud to believe in. You should start preparing yourself because I won't just be your husband. I'll be your calm after every storm. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never let love feel like a duty. It'll always feel like a choice. You should start preparing yourself because I've waited for someone like you, not perfect, just real and rare. You should start preparing yourself because I don't just want a marriage. I want a forever friendship that burns with love. You should start preparing yourself because I'll listen when you're silent and hold you when you can't speak. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never use your vulnerability against you. I'll guard it like treasure. You should start preparing yourself because I'll make sure our love story feels like peace, not pressure. You should start preparing yourself because when I fall asleep beside you, I'll thank the universe every single night. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never forget the days you stood by me when the world didn't. You should start preparing yourself because you won't have to fight for my attention. You already have all of it. You should start preparing yourself because I'll be patient when you're distant and gentle when you're tired. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never let routine make me forget your magic. You should start preparing yourself because I'll love you in moments you least expect but need it the most. You should start preparing yourself because I'm not promising a fairy tale. I'm promising a love that never gives up. You should start preparing yourself because I'll stand beside you even when life doesn't go our way. You should start preparing yourself because I'll make you feel like the only heartbeat that matters in a crowded world. You should start preparing yourself because my loyalty won't waver when things get hard. That's when it strengthens. You should start preparing yourself because I'll keep choosing you even when life tests us with silence. You should start preparing yourself because my love will be loud enough to silence your doubts. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never forget how lucky I am to call you mine. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. You should start preparing yourself because I'll look at you like you're the reason I survived every heartbreak before you. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never let ego come between us. Only love will speak here. You should start preparing yourself because when you're my wife, I'll make sure our home feels like peace, not a prison. You should start preparing yourself because I'll fight for your smile on days you forget how to wear it. You should start preparing yourself because my arms will be your safest place, not just physically, but emotionally. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never hide my feelings. I'll love you with words and actions. You should start preparing yourself because when I love with depth, direction, and devotion. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never let distance or time dull what we've built together. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never stop appreciating the little things you do. You should start preparing yourself because I'll always see you, even when you think you've faded into the background. You should start preparing yourself because I'll remind you that you're not hard to love. You just needed someone who knows how. You should start preparing yourself because I'll hold your hand through chaos and your heart through healing. You should start preparing yourself because I'll learn your love language and speak it fluently. You should start preparing yourself because I'll celebrate you in public and protect you in private. You should start preparing yourself because when I say forever, I'll mean every version of it. You should start preparing yourself because I'll treat your heart like a sacred promise, never a possession. You should start preparing yourself because our marriage won't be perfect, but it'll be real, raw, and resilient. You should start preparing yourself because I'll make you feel cherished in ways you didn't know you needed. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never stop being curious about you. Even after years together, you should start preparing yourself because I'll never let the world dim your light. I'll help you shine brighter. You should start preparing yourself because I'll love you so consistently that trust will never feel fragile. You should start preparing yourself because I'll never let our love go unspoken. You'll feel it in every word and gesture. You should start preparing yourself because my goal isn't to change you, it's to love you as you are.